Hi guys, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to extract your hard drive key, otherwise known as EAP key, and how to mount your PS4 hard drive in Linux, and maybe eventually in the future in the PS4 Linux mode. Things you will need is a jailbroken PS4 on firmware 4.55 or 5.05, orbisMAN homebrew, USB stick, and a Linux PC. All links will be available in the description. First thing you wanna do is launch hen via any method that you preferably do. In my case I'm using DNS, so go ahead and launch hen. Next go to settings, debug settings, game, package installer, and install the orbisMAN homebrew package. After you install, I won't do it of course because I have already installed. So after you installed it, run it. It may not always work, it's still in beta, it will have bugs and glitches, so don't expect it to be perfect yet. So after you boot it, go ahead and click Toolbox. Then go to the second ball, press X, go to dump menu and press EAP key and select your firmware that you are on and that you want to dump your key. So in this case I'm on 5.05, so I will dump the key for 5.05. It should say EAP key dumped to USB 0, keep this safe. So at this point we are done with the PS4 step. The next thing you gotta do is disassemble your PS4 and take out your hard drive, and then we'll see you in Linux part of this video. So after you booted up your Linux PC, connect your PS4 hard drive to the USB adapter. If you are not using a USB adapter, then make sure you connect your PS4 hard drive to the computer before booting Linux. So to make sure that that our hard drive is actually recognized in Linux, in this case I will be using Ubuntu, we'll go to terminal and we're gonna execute a command sudo fdisk, I don't know how that thing is called, L, and we're gonna press enter. We're gonna insert our sudo password, and this should pop up. Hard drive with many partitions, and with one 420 gigabyte partition in case of a 500 gigabyte hard drive. This is our PS4 hard drive, and this is the partition we will want to mount. This is the user partition of PS4. So what we will need is CryptMount, which is a tool that will allow us to mount our PS4 hard drive. We can install it by typing in sudo apt get install CryptMount. Hopefully it will work, because I know that on 80.04 on Ubuntu Live it didn't really want to work. In this case it just works perfectly. But if it doesn't work for you, then go to Google CryptMount and it should be called Bionicle if I remember correctly. I'll just add the link in the description, then you just need to install it. So after we installed the CryptMount, what we need to do is a very important step, is to configure CryptMount to make sure it can mount our PS4 hard drive. So we'll go to downloads. I will upload an example file in the description. This is our cmtab is our configuration file for CryptMount. So I'm gonna open a terminal here real quick, and I'm gonna type in sudo nano cmtab. Oh, a mistake. So this is our configuration file for CryptMount. What we need to do here is we need to adjust it so that everything here will be correct. So the first thing is this line. We need to make sure it points to our PS4 hard drive, so we're gonna execute the fdisk command once again. And we need to specify the 27th partition, the biggest partition. In my case it's 420 gigabytes, so it's STD 27. So let me type it right here. SDD27. There is the location where we want to have our PS4 hard drive mounted. In this case, I'm just going to mount it in my home folder. So I'm just going to create a quick folder called PS4. Inside, I'm going to create a folder called user. And if I'm not mistaken, my username is dark element, so I'm gonna edit this right here. So, and we need to specify our key location, which is obviously on our USB stick. In this case, I have to connect it actually. Did not do this before. Hopefully it connects without issue. I guess Linux doesn't like external SD card readers, so I had to boot back into Windows and copy my key. So this file is actually going to be called eapkey.bin if you dumped it from orbisMAN homebrew. So let her copy our hard drive key into the PS4 folder. I'm gonna rename it just in case you know what to do, EAP key. So now we got to go back to our terminal. This, and we're gonna edit this line too. Element PS4 EAP key.bin. Now this line is very important because if you have a 12xx plus model of PS4, so the later revision of FATs, or a Slim or a Pro, then you need this line in your cmtab. But if you have a first two models of PS4, the 10xx and 11xx, then you don't need this line. So if you have those two models, then remove this line. And if you have a 12xx and above, then you must have this line in your cmtab. So what you want to do is press Ctrl X or Ctrl X, save modified buffer yes, right name cmtab, enter. Now we want to copy our file to its proper destination, so we're gonna enter cp sudo cp cmtab to atc CryptMount cmtab. We're gonna press enter, and now the only thing to do to check if it's actually worked is to type in CryptMount PS4 / user, and tada! Here is our PS4 hard drive content of user partition. And as you can see, the folders are locked. Like, you don't have the permissions necessary to view the contents. Well, there is a clever workaround for this. You have to run the file manager as root. So what we're gonna do is go to our terminal, and we're gonna enter the command sudo nautilus. It's actually a hard name to spell, and it should open our file manager as root. So then we can go here on the left, user, and we have full access to our hard drive with full write and read permissions. as far as I remember, the pkg files here are encrypted, so I don't know if there's a way to decrypt them, but as you can see, I have access to like my PS4 settings. Maybe I have access to registry. I don't actually remember where it was stored, so maybe I don't have. But yeah, in this way you can mount your PS4 hard drive in the computer, in the PC, in Linux. Hopefully it will work also in the PS4 Linux mode, which will be very nice, because then you will be able to like use your internal storage of PS4 to like download stuff. So yeah, that was the tutorial. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, like, and if you didn't like it, dislike, whatever, and I see you in the next tutorial, main. Good luck.